Well, happy Father's Day to all the fathers who are listening here today. But I really want to address the young people, the children, older persons, every one of you who have a father. So I'm not speaking to fathers today, but I'm speaking by special request to the audience of the gathering of people in your churches, in your homes, in your communities. And I'm here to say Happy Father's Day. It's actually coming from my own children who address me and say, Hi, Dad. Happy Father's Day. We honor you today. We honor you now and we honor you forever. And so this is a very special day, um, whether you are a child, an orphan, not an orphaned, but whether it doesn't matter who you are, you have come from a father. And so I want you to realize that the confidence of a man really depends on the sons and daughters who celebrate him as father. Yeah. Whether they are, that is, the father is dead or alive, whether the father is absent or present, whether the father is old or young, whether the father is a stepfather or a spiritual dad. Yes, happy Father's Day. And what I want to share with you are 7 key things, and I'm just running through this quickly, that you can celebrate on Father's Day that will make your dad glad. Every son and daughter needs to celebrate, to reaffirm the honor and respect of their father within the family. Number one, celebrate and affirm dad, even if you need to be reconciled to him. Yeah? Forgive where you think he has let you down. Forget what you hate to remember. Seek his acceptance wherever you might have offended him. God said through Malachi, Behold, I'm sending you Elijah the prophet before the coming of the great and dreadful day of the Lord, and he will turn the hearts of the fathers to the children. But listen to this. He will also turn the hearts of the children to their fathers, lest I come and strike the earth with a curse. The good example is the prodigal son. Yeah. He came to himself and he determined, I will arise. When he remembered his father, I will arise and go to my father, and I will say to him, Father, I have sinned against heaven, and I have sinned against you. So let's celebrate and affirm that. It doesn't matter what has happened in the past. The future depends on what you do today. Number two, celebrate the quality time that your dad has spent with you. It's like Jesus. He says, I do nothing except what I see my father doing. So they must have spent time together. Jesus, a great while before it was day, he went out to pray every morning. In his most testing time, Jesus went into the garden to pray and reason with his father. In other words, his father was always available to him. So thank God for sharing times. Dad, we thank you for the times that you shared your joy and the times when we had intimacy. Dad, I thank you. You were accessible that we could hug. and that I could be loved. The time you spent when I could listen to your advice, get your wisdom for problem solving, and just to get a fatherly direction. Number three, wow, celebrate the private and public validation that you have received from your dad. Jesus received public validation when God declared in the midst, more than once, he said something like this: "This is my beloved son in whom I'm well pleased." Has dad ever done that for you? But sometimes it's not done publicly. But do you realize that in your charitable deeds, when you do it in secret, your Father who sees in secret will himself reward you, and he will do it openly. Sometimes he does it privately. So remember the public affirmation and the approval of your dad. It was a father's pride to boast about you. And so accept and value dad's private and personal approval when no one else was around. I can tell you, it made him feel good to do it. Oh my goodness. Now, can you celebrate the discipline and instruction of your father? I can still remember my dad spanking me. Dad, thank you for spanking me. I don't know how you feel, but the Bible says in Proverbs 13, verse 24, he who spares his rod, he hates his son, but he who loves him will discipline him promptly. In Hebrews chapter 12, verse 7, it says, if you endure chastening, then God deals with you as sons. In other words, if you're a son, then you will be chastened, and you must endure it. For what son is there whom the Father doesn't chasten? And in Deuteronomy chapter 6 and verses 6 and 7, it talks about the discipline of instruction. These words which I command you today shall be in your heart. You shall teach them diligently to your children. You shall talk of them when you sit in your house, when you walk by the way, when you lie down, when you rise up. Yeah, the discipline and the instruction from your father. Oh, I thank God that I was never treated like an orphan. Dad was always there. Number 5, celebrate dad as your personal mentor and as your personal example. I can speak about this. I was actually shaped by my dad through the discipline of obedience. My character was built through limits and boundaries that were set by my dad. My dad taught me as a child how to be constrained and to sacrifice the present sometimes, the comforts of the present for a future good. Yeah. And so I was guided by my dad in the midst of pain and trials, not to be selfish, but to be prepared to serve others. It's like Jesus. In Hebrews chapter 5, verses 8 and 9, it says that Jesus learned obedience by the things which he suffered, the pain he went through, the discipline of life. I have been perfected. Yes, he became the author of eternal salvation to all who obey him. Yeah. What he learned, he duplicated it. Number 6, celebrate your father's name and preserve his legacy. You know why? A good name is more valuable than even riches. His name will be called, that is the Son, Jesus. And we can say, my name was called Wonderful Counselor, Jesus said, Mighty God, Everlasting Father, Prince of Peace. He got his Father's name and he honored it. As the Father now has sent me, so I'm sending you. I have given to them the words, O Father, which you have given to me, and they have believed that you sent me. Isn't that amazing? You see, fathers dream dreams, but their sons build cities. And finally, celebrate your father's love, and you will share in his glory. Two very, very good examples. One is Jesus. In John 17, verses 1 and verse 5, it says, Father, the hour has come. Glorify your Son, that your Son also may glorify you. I have glorified you on the earth. I have finished the work which you have given me to do. Glorify me together with yourself, with the same glory I had with you before the world began. Father's love. Remember, in Jeremiah it says, God says, I have loved you with an everlasting love. Therefore, with loving kindness have I drawn you. That is the same love that we respond to. And that's why we share in his glory. I remind you again of the prodigal son. The son said to him, Father, when he returned, Father, I have sinned against heaven and in your sight, and I'm no longer worthy to be called your son. We need that humility, young people, even adults, towards our fathers. But the father then said to his servants, bring out the best robe and put it on him, and put a ring on his hand and sandals on his feet. Bring the fatted calf here and kill it, and let us eat and be merry. Yeah, if you celebrate your father's love and honor him, then you will share in his glory. So that's what I wanted to share with you. And so today, all of us must declare Happy Father's Day. We all honor you.